When we look back to our childhood, some of our earliest and fondest memories belong to the television we once watched.
Could it spell us? Flipping egg, I hope not. My dad'd. Flipping egg.
Sorry that we can't return any to you, but we give a prize for all those we show.
But what would today's children make of yesterday's television? Our journey back in time continues with a visit to the chrome-laden consumerism of the 80s.
Oh my God! You look hilarious.
Jeans were tapered at the ankle, and gym kits could be worn casually. Longer dresses and dungarees were also the norm. And you were no one if you couldn't complete at least one side of a Rubik's Cube.
Now, on children's BBC, as you know, we always like to bring...
Oh, fake, I know him. Yeah, I know who he is. Oh, he's Richard. From Richard and Judy.
It's time to visit the 1970s. From now on, our polyester-clad tank-top time travellers will probably struggle to find any reference points, apart from the space hopper, perhaps. So how will Pong fare with a generation that doesn't even snigger at the mention of we?
I feel I have been put upon, said Brian.
I found out where my mum says this little phrase to me, well, she used to anyway, she doesn't say it anymore. But when it was time for my bed, she used to say, time for bed, said Zebedee, and I found out today that I actually came from roundabout.
We're now entering the 1960s. The toy industry had fallen in love with plastic. It led to a gaming revolution.
Oh, that's really amazing. Oh, my red one. Oh, my God.
Why is it called the clangers?
Oh, I don't know.
The name was inspired by the clanging noise made by the lids on top of the creature's burrows.
They don't really do any clanging, do they? No. Why isn't it called the whistlers?
Bonfire!
It's time for our final era, the 1950s. And perhaps the most unusual experience has been left until last.
Oh my God.
Teenagers were still on the horizon at the start of this decade. Children's clothes were imitations of their parents, the indignity of short trousers for boys and homemade knitwear for girls.
It's looking pretty good to me, is this? It's just the right shape, you know.
This is actually really good.
So on the whole, it would seem our black and white, gadget-free childhoods fared pretty well under modern-day scrutiny. But how about a last word from Jonty? Would he swap any of these eras for his own?
Nope.